This is Eagle Owl, and today we're going to talk about Eli Ricks possibly being the head of Adoree Jackson, also Johnny Wilson potentially being cut, and lastly, Joshua O'Shea. He's making a name for himself, but let's get straight into it. All right, man. Like I said in my last video, my original notes guy wasn't done with his notes, so I had to put out something for y'all. But there was a couple things I missed, and we're gonna go over those things I missed. And one of the first things we just gonna go over, we're gonna get straight into it, is Jihaad Campbell. Who Jihaad Campbell is officially signed to the Philadelphia Eagles. Now we just waiting for Andrew McCuba, and then once he's signed, all the rookies will be signed. You know, it's a first round pick deal. What 14 million, I believe, is guaranteed. 5th-year option. That always come with it. To me, all the contracts look the same. The lower your pick is, the higher money you get. So he's 32nd. So it looked like a second round pick deal, or early second round pick deal, just with the 5th-year option. Also, another thing I wanted to go over, we're gonna talk about camp notes I missed, is Mac McWilliams. So Mac McWilliams, I'm hearing he looking good in the slot. Like he's looking dominant. Like he's transitioning to the slot really, really well. And I hate to bring this up now, but Cooper DeJean has been struggling a bit. But I'm not worried about Cooper DeJean because we know what he did last year, and it's still early. They still in shorts. I think Cooper DeJean is going to pick it up eventually. But Mac McWilliams right now is looking really good. I'm not saying he's ahead of Cooper DeJean. Of course, I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is if Cooper DeJean get nicked up or whatever, you should be comfortable with what Mac McWilliams been putting out there. Like he's been looking really good. He's transitioning really, really well. But let's talk about Johnny Wilson, man. Johnny Wilson being a potential cut. The reason why I picked him out of all the people is because he's been the one struggling the most. You've been hearing Danny Grays. Anaya Smith had a good day the other day. Who else? Darius Cooper, remember him? Had a good day. Like Giles Jackson and those guys, a lot of those guys doing special teams. But Darius Cooper had a strong day. Anaya Smith had a strong day. Danny Gray and Terrence Marshall Jr., those 4 wide receivers I just named. 4 without mentioning Johnny Wilson's name. Now, a lot of people thought, at least going into the season, like Johnny Wilson should be a lock. All he really have to do is work on his hands, and he'll be all right. But Johnny Wilson, you're a wide receiver, man. You're a wide receiver. You can't be dropping passes. I'm hearing that's the main thing. I could be wrong on that, but you can't be dropping passes. You just cannot. You're too tall. You're too big. Hell, even if we wanted to transition him to a tight end, you still got to know how to catch the ball. You play football, bro. You got to catch the ball, man. If not, we're going to be looking up like, dang, Johnny Wilson, he had potential based on his size and athleticism, but football, you're a wide receiver. Catch it. That's like being a quarterback. Can't throw. You got to throw. That's like being a lineman. Can't block. You got to know how to block. You're a wide receiver. You got to know how to catch, man, because, again, Darius Cooper, strong performance. Him and Tanner McKee got a really good connection. Anaya Smith, it's getting better and better. It's getting better and better. I can't front. Terrence Marshall Jr., he's hungry for a spot, and he been getting first team reps. Danny Gray been getting first team reps. Those dudes are hungry. They don't want to get cut again. They don't. Johnny Wilson, you're behind like 8 receivers right now, bro. Because we know A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, and Jihaad Campbell. You know that. Maybe we keep 5 wide receivers, one as a backup, and the other guy might be a kick returner or a punt returner. Johnny Wilson's not a kick returner or a punt returner. So you better pick it up, man. You better pick it up or you're going to get cut. Now, a team might pick you up for sure, but you're going to get cut. You got to get better, man. Just simple as that. If not, we're going to be looking up like, dang, Johnny Wilson was just drafted last year and now he's cut. And it's not like we drafted a bunch of receivers. We just got guys off the street. Terrence Marshall Jr., 1-year deal. Danny Gray just signed here. And the rest of the guys are really like UDFAs. Like you gotta beat them out, Johnny Wilson. Gotta beat them out. About Eli Ricks, man, UDFA from a couple years ago. We know he's been silent. Let's put it like that. He's been silent at least all of last year anyway. Haven't really heard much, but he did make the team. And he put out a post like he's back on his stuff. And I'm like, you know what? I'll be watch what Eli Ricks is doing. And the guy that was at camp said like, yo, Eli Ricks, he was targeted a lot, but he did a great job. He did a great job. That's what you can ask for. That's all you can ask for, man. He's seen a lot of reps with the second team, got some first team reps. And the crazy thing is, he's been getting more reps than Adoree Jackson. Now, that might be troublesome to some of y'all. Like, oh, man, we got to bring in somebody. If it's going to be Keely Ringo, Eli Ricks, and then Adoree Jackson as third. I know a lot of you guys probably freaking out. Go get Ramsey. Go get Jair Alexander. We'll see if we do that. But I think it's a good sign for the young guys that they're developing, like the Keely Ringos and the Eli Ricks. Now, Keely Ringo had a strong day. We talked about that. But Eli Ricks had a strong day, too. And, people thinking it's a competition between Keely Ringo and Adoree Jackson. Eli Ricks, like, I'm here. I'm here, too. So, right now, Eli Ricks, based on the notes, based on what I'm reading, is ahead of Adoree Jackson. Now, training camp, it could be totally different. We'll see if it stay that way. But right now, June 10th, when we had the practice, Eli Ricks seen more time than Adoree Jackson. That's crazy. But we'll see what we do about the corner position. Right now, to me personally, I feel comfortable. I just trust Vic Fangio. I'm going to say that time and time again. I trust Vic Fangio. Like, we signed Zach Bond, Devin White, and we had Nakobe Dean. Going into last year, we were like, okay, Devin White is washed. We have no idea what Zach Bond is, and Nakobe Dean really haven't proven nothing. We went in with those linebackers, and we thought, yo, the linebacker room, we don't know, man, because Nakobe Dean, we don't know. Zach Bond, why we have him at linebacker? We thought he was an edge rusher. And Devin White, maybe he could revive his career here. We're going to the season, we got the best linebacker core in the league. That's why I said I just trust Vic Fangio. Like a lot of people saying, like Keely Ringo, I don't know, Eli Ricks, we've seen this before. Sidney Brown, and then watch. And then we're gonna go into the season. Oh, we got the best cornerback duo in the league, or trio if you want to add Cooper DeJean in there in the league. I'm telling you, it's gonna go that way again. Don't question Vic. If Vic wants somebody or needs somebody, we gonna go get him. But if Vic trusts what he got in the building, I gotta side with Vic Fangio. I gotta go with Fangio, man, because he don't play favoritism. He don't care how long you've been here. He don't care about the money. You've seen with Bryce Huff. He don't care. If you're not good, you're not good. You're going to go get somebody, or the person behind you, if you feel like it's better, it's going to play ahead of you. Simple as that. But a guy that's been shining, and a lot of people was worried about too, is Joshua Uche. So Zach Bond spoke about it, but Lane Johnson spoke about it too. Like, he gave me some fits. He been looking good. But let me play this clip.
To you about Uche.
He made a good inside move to only beat me. Ball was gone, but just really quick. I think he plays really low. For taller guys, he can get under you if you let him. But I think he's great in coverage. Just a multi-tool player. So I think he's going to help us.
Uche, man, he's coming up. So you got Jaylus Hunt, who's having a great camp, getting sacks. Davis getting sacks. Joshua Uche. Azeez, I haven't heard too much about him, but Azeez, you better watch out. You better watch out, because these young dudes, man, they hungry. These guys are hungry. Nolan Smith didn't practice, I believe, so I don't really have nothing on him. It was somebody else. Jalen Carter didn't practice. I think I mentioned that, so I ain't hear nothing about him. But the D-line looked good. Jordan Mailata was frustrated. That's a good thing for the D-line. Lane Johnson giving Uche his props. That's a good sign. So, the defense is fine right now. The defense is fine. But it's a short one. And that's all I got for you guys today. Hey, man, what do you think? How do you feel? Johnny Wilson, you better watch it. You better watch it, man. You're playing with fire right now. Also, Joshua Uche, Eli Ricks. But this is Eagle Owl, man. I'm out.